Alright, here we are on another episode of Chola. We expanded more. Because now it's starting to look like that Chola is about to be on the verge of becoming an empire. But we're not quite there yet. Because we're slowly pacing, like we're slowly taking parts of Sri Lanka piece by piece. And soon we'll take it all over by border dispute wars, which unfortunately is the only way to do so. Even though there are other alternatives such as, oh, use fabricate claims. Sure, it'll cost money, but it won't cost you karma, which is something I should have been doing, but you got this unruly chancellor here. But, you can always try. You just try fabricate areas for these two. Yeah, and there. And then war for these claims, and no need to lose karma, as well as people getting mad at me over saying, hey, that war is unjust, you shouldn't be doing that. And berate me and all that. But we scored a big one, and that is taken over the Raj of Divagiri, as there is called. Well, it's currently in revolt right now. Ratapati. That's the name of that area. Ratapati, which we only gained that area, but I'm sure vassals later in the future will try to reclaim most of that. And also there's other bits of good news. This Marathi Jain ruler has no heir, no wife, and he's in hiding. And look, that means there'll be a new dynasty and Kannada, Dravidian. Which means in the future we can finally subjugate the whole Maharashtra area. And it will clean up the little bits the rest at a later time. But, soon we'll definitely pave the way for the eventual creation of the Deccan Empire. Don't know what'll happen in this character's lifetime, but certainly one of the sons will. I say one of them because later in life I'm highly likely going to be a Jain and name the heir who is going to be the youngest. Vijayaditya. That one I would love for him to be the next ruler of the Chola kingdom because he's born strong. But he's still newborn, so you can't guarantee them all to live in life. Because look what happened. This daughter of mine died of rabies. Tomorrows are never guaranteed. It's one thing's for certain about life, and that's a fact. Father time don't do timeouts. Just gotta be in your best shape. An iconic portrait of Maharaja Irâcâtirâca II. Well, he was an okay man, in my opinion, so yeah, he's splendid. So all I gotta do is just be patient. They could kill him, but unfortunately he's in hiding, but whenever he comes out, people will be ready for him. To finally get rid of that goof. Yeah, that's a lot of people on the back end. And another thing I forgot about him. He is not only in hiding, but he's also cancerous and has consumption. He may have a successful treatment, so you're just only delaying your inevitable death. So come out of there. Now there's a revolt. Kannada. There's a claim. Who is Bijan? Her? She's Kannada, but all that matters. Look, whatever happens, there'll be a Kannada ruler, finally. Well, we'll subjugate him in the future, even though we already spent it on taking the Telugu lands. And I'm trying to forge a bloodline. Even though one would think that, should I just try to win 5 more wars, which I don't know if it'll happen in this character's life, because I don't know how much time I have left. Oh god, a rematch, and he's better than I. He's clearly gotten into better shape. Not to mention he's a great warrior. If he was a duelist, then I could never defeat him, and the only way to defeat him is just basically Father Time. Oh. Yeah, I sure beat him. I'm sure you're going to take that too kindly. I'm just lucky to keep the title. So now it's 4 out of 10. Be more ambitious. It's too bad I'm not diligent nor patient. No, diligent. That's what I need. Raffle's good. So yeah, to win 5 more foreign wars, not gonna happen. What you doing? Who are you being subjugated by? This guy? Really? Tell you what. Since it's a defensive war and people won't get mad about defensive wars, you'll go for stewardship. Maybe perhaps we can help you out on that. And I wish I would support your rebellion, but I ain't got the time. I was about to wait a minute, 9,000. Actually, no. Just use the domain troops. It's just a small conflict. Plus, the vast troops ain't very much. And they're not giving us the full levies because everybody hates me. Chola, Rashtrakuta. Fine. Keep getting that duel experience up. Make it feel like you're at this game in a long time. But clearly you ain't. How much is to build up that Hindu temple again, the second stage? Over 2,000. Someone took my dwarf concubine. Your mother was a dwarf. Too bad you're not going to know your mother very much, other than they'll say, well, she was, you know, a dwarf. A court dwarf. I'll make you cupbearer, make it look like I'm definitely grooming you to be a future Maharaja one day. If I become Jayan at my very late stages of my life, should I be in sick health. A Maharaja to remember. Okay, this is what I was looking for. As I said, I'm highly unlikely to try to get 5 more wins of foreign wars. Because where the hell am I going to fight? Up there. And this and that and the other. And clearly the realm's been taken over by other forces. So, I'm trying to think. Yeah, just let me think. Did some thinking. Well, you know, they call me the Cruel, and I have a bad reputation, well, amongst many vassals. Not everybody hates me, and I am very zealous to the Hindu faith, which moral authority has dwindled so much, and I would love to be the one to restore Hinduism back to its former glory. So, remember, back in the, sorry, hair on my tongue. Back in the Republic of Ragusa, I got the Philosopher Bloodline, which attracts scholars and artists, which are very, very skilled, which was great. Assyria, I did a Benevolent Bloodline, which was just for people who have a higher opinion, who are just. Which makes, you know, the Assyrian rulers of the empire I did back then were known to be just. But now, here in Tamilukam of the expanding Chola realm, they will remember fear. I'll focus on my efforts on increasing my authority over my subjects. Yeah, some would say, oh, that can't be good. You again? I had enough of you. That's my other old rival. Gotcha. Here, we're not gonna go for the war thing again. I'm a little too old for this sort of thing. Come on, get moving. We're gonna stop these guys. I mean, you could say maybe in theory I could have lived up in my 60s and do this sort of thing. But I've said before, tomorrows are never guaranteed. Stop! I need to lead the troops to battle. It helps to increase my combat skill. See? What's the duel experience? Oh, you know what? Retake your territory. We'll beat them up there. Tributary. Melania. Yikes. Okay, war's over, go home. Oh, it has to be wars that I started. Okay, you got a strong claim on that county. Well, now for another. We'll press all claims in a future conflict with the Lanka Kingdom. Maharashtra's a mess right now. But soon the Kannadas will be back in power. Wish I had a duelist trait. Oh, what's going on over there? Tyranny. Huh. Only through decisive action and by achieving complete control over my realm, I will be able to immortalize my name for centuries to come. Brahma will show me the way to eternal glory. I'll work on forging a bloodline by spreading the true faith across my realm and beyond. Remember, we built that Hindu temple, which represents that, we will resurrect the Hindu faith back to its former glory. Even though Jainism had taken over parts of India, and Buddhism is still prominent, but so, go for it. I'll get her to be less slothful, but I made her stress, that old lady. Nice sword. Gee, I don't know if I should steal that sword. I mean, let me see the personal combat skill as I dig through these artifacts. 10, 12. I'm thinking about going to steal that sword. Yeah, do it. But who's your marshal? Because I need a damn good one at that. Regardless of your opinion towards me. Well, actually, I need a quick one. Okay, let's steal that sword. I will bring him as my accomplice. I arrived at the capital and as expected, it's heavily guarded. There's a group of guards at the main door, a servant's entrance at the back, and a window near the stables. Force my way inside. 95% chance of success. If I somehow fail on a 5%, then that boy's lucky. Managed to evade most patrols till I carve outside the treasury. 2 board guards stands between me and my prize. Rush them before they raise the alarm. Now that I dealt with the guards, I'm free to search the treasury for my target. Time is short, and the treasury is filled with documents, jewels, and many miscellaneous items. This is the tricky part. Carefully search the item, which depends on my administrative capabilities and scholarly knowledge, which, well, not quite an expert on that, but this is the last chance. After making my escape, I finally feel relieved. I managed to steal one fine artifact from my collection, and my foe has no idea. Alright. Equip this sword. This is better than the old trident. Look, this is good for pikemen and mounted troops. And this, good for light infantry, light cavalry, maybe for troops. It's good overall. I'm sure somebody would want that old weapon that was created by Periapalai the Wise. The one who started that free captives war. Basically the Agamemnon of that scenario. Referencing the Trojan War, of course. Roger. Historian. And a dwarf. What the heck? How did that happen? Seems just everybody wants to move to India. Manichaeans and now Nestorians. Be patient. His kingdom will be lost, and the Kannadas will be back in power. peace deal with Lanka expired. That's because it's past that time. Because we'll try to fabricate a claim. So, you want my old trident. What is that? This is a small crystal-like bead that was once retrieved from the ashes of the cremated spiritual master. It is an object of some power and is believed to ward off evil and convey blessings upon those that possess it. That should be mine. I would love to steal that one day. But don't mess with her. She's a member of the Wheel of Life and Death. And she has, cancer. But that's good money. Not to mention it would give her the power of the cavalry. I think Mawa and us Chola may be useful allies one day. Especially for, you know, the wars to restore the moral authority of Hinduism. Okay, you got it. Something to help with you. Because we need to raise up some money so we can build up the second stage of that Hindu temple. Boy, I wish that king over there would rise up against the Chinese, because I would definitely support him. Vikramaditya Dry Throat. What on earth? Gonna have a new bloodline pretty soon. Be patient. Is there anyone that want to challenge me? I'm a student of strategy, studying the campaigns of Ashoka the Great. We have a challenger, but he's a duelist. Oh boy. Defeated 5 out of 10 contenders. Predictable. 4 more wins needed. Yes. 4 more wins and then I will form that Grand Champion Bloodline. Matrilineally. Buddhist, no. They haven't spread... Oh, yes, they did. They did spread Manichaeism in the region. The Sword of Brahma. My path to eternal fame is clear. By cleansing my realm of all the impure heretical influences that plague it and consecrate it to the glory of Brahma. Jeez. All priests of the Hindu faith must fall in line with my quest. By acting fast and investing a great deal of resources, I will find a bloodline sooner rather than later. I only have a limited time on Earth, so get to it. Yeah, it seems I'm trying to form a zealous bloodline of sorts. It feels like that's what we're characterized as in this reign. And maybe for the future descendants. So that people like him can stop converting to the Jain faith, which is So it has its uses, but we don't want to be Jain throughout. No. I mean, if we wanted to be Jain forever, then this structure would be for nothing. Which we're about to spend it big on the next stage. Oh yeah, I remember old Kundaka Devi. We'll just be friends. And you need training, even though you're severely injured, lost a limb, and whatnot. Let me give you some friendly competition here. I've invited people to take part in a war game which we've practiced defending our land from invading enemies. We use wooden models to represent invading armies. I'll have to use clever tactics to defeat my opponent. This will be fun. We assigned tasks at the war game. We decided that Kantardecha will defend big well. Never yeah, it's a long token. Yes, we'll be leading the invading forces. Enemy tries advancing up the hills in the air to get a strategic advantage. Rush forward with light skirmish sorts before their force reach the hill. Decides to charge forward as troops towards the skirmish troops, forcing the opportunity to get a position on the hills. We should move our troops to the hill. Rush forward to help my skirmishers. This is a bad move. Who have our troops split up and exhausted, we cannot fight the united forces. We fail to inflict any lasting damage on our opponents who are quickly overwhelmed. It is clear that we are defeated. Smash the table and send the army pieces flying. I'm more of a duelist than a strategist. His treatment will expire later this year. Wait until 22,000, then build up the next stage of the Hindu temple. Now, my magnificent cap curled up its favorite spot by the window last night. I think now maybe it knew it did not have long left the world. At least it went peacefully. Forgot I had a pet cat. No, can't be charitable, but the funeral shall be set in the garden, where it loved to play. Whenever I stroll by the rose bushes, I shall remember my cat. How on earth are you a pretender? You got a lucky hit on me. 200. Not to mention I got a Chinese sword to boot. More glory. My lord, the County of Tenkazi is experiencing much turmoil due to tension between different religious factions of the Hindu faith. It has gone as far as street battles taking place between the supporters of the different interpretation of the Mahabharata. Oh my goodness, this is the work of the Vinyakas. Tenkazi, the mountain country. The chosen of Ashoka. To safeguard the teachings of the Buddha, many have banded together to form a new holy order. They named themselves the Chosen of Ashoka after the great emperor of the same name. Guided by the leadership of a cunning warrior named Vijala, The order vowed to be the sword of any Buddhist ruler struggling against foreign conquerors and turn the tide of battle. They might be necessary if we are to defend the faith. The followers of Arjuna. The Hindu faith is one of the oldest religions in the world, and yet nothing will last forever unless defended. Therefore, a great effort has been made to establish a new holy order. They call themselves the followers of Arjuna, led by the fearless warrior Maharaja. They swear to answer the call of all devoted followers of Brahma to help them in their wars against the infidels and prove themselves worthy of the name Arjuna. Praise Shiva, thou shalt lead us to victory. We got our own holy orders now, that they can defend themselves. And here's the one for the Jains, the Bulls of Rishabha. The followers of the Jain faith have always followed the central tenet in showing respect of all living creatures and to refrain from violence. But even the most peaceful of them must occasionally go to war. As such, a new order has been founded, named the Bulls of Rishabha. They swear loyalty to all Jain rulers against those who do them harm. A most devout man named Indra has pledged himself to undertake the leadership of the order to preserve their way of life. So, Gujarat, you got backup. Same for Mawa and anyone else who loves their religion against the expansioning Muslim dynasties. This man just won't die, that expansionist. So yeah, they got backup now. If we were to fight them in massive holy wars, which is highly unlikely, just not against these guys. These two up-and-coming powers, which without the Abbasids, if we were to invade them, then they're lost. That is my master plan. Now they've expanded into Ajmer, as far as this way. And I'm about to say that is the last time they're going to expand to that area ever. Miscellaneous faith triumphant. Well, that's unfortunate for the Nestorians over there. Let's try this for once. No, perfect faith. Oh no, not another expansionist emperor. Again, it's impossible. Because he has to be at peace and does not have an expansionist policy. At peace? Oh, you're still at war. Blast. This man's already 50 years old. He likes money but doesn't like eunuchs, so that won't help us. Uh-oh. Slow fever is here. Well, if I'm in seclusion, that means nobody can challenge me as champion while I'm away, right? Correct? Anyway, shut the gates. I'll be sure to remember to spend the money for more hospital structures, like a leper colony. No, build another sick house. And a chapel. It started here in Cholamandalam. That was just pure bad luck. At least we'll be making money. What the hell are you wearing? Oh, not only he's a member of that monastic society, but he's also one-eyed. Odd piece of dress. Don't know who that is? Get out. You too. Well, at least we get the rest. And also we have a bloodline to form. There is a new kingdom. But, it doesn't matter. If we were to declare war against them, we cannot subjugate them because we already spent that. So just be patient for reference. I try to get a good night's sleep, but I'm tormented by the horrible recurring nightmares of our people. The pleas for help and the hurtful words begin to get me. There is nothing we can do for them, because I have the stubborn trait. Fortunately, I'm not falling for that again. And a bloodline's going to be formed soon. Indra finally passed. Oh, consumption got him. Well, we thank you for, that we pressed one of your claims. That dragon is not to be toyed with. But remember, whenever there's a next emperor, and he's not an expansionist, then the Abbasid Empire could finally be finished. Hopefully. You know what, let's look at Europe for a brief moment. It's been a while. Largely the same. Crusades have yet to begin there. Francia's strong. The Umayyads are still around. They actually formed Ireland. Wheatfield is gone. Imperia Palau break up with the Leva. A couple of Slavic kingdoms. Oh, as I was looking at him, he just died, and now there's a new ruler. There's some Orthodox rulers within. The Crusades haven't begun yet because the Umayyads did not expand into much of Aquitaine. No. Look, they freed themselves. Whiteface, how did you free yourself from Chinese control? But anyways, we thought they'll turn Bengali one day, but no, it looks like Karluk culture will be retained and Nestorianism. Oh boy. Yeah, they're trying to reintroduce St. Thomas Christianity into India. That's what the Indians at that time called the Nestorians there, the St. Thomas Christians. Depopulation in Madurai. Keep saving that money. Hopefully there'll be new pretenders, and not some old ones. Like this former champion, who was an old drunk, but he's trying to stop drinking. I mean, hell, I'm about to take a hit once I get into old age. And when is that bloodline forming? Sword of Brahma. Everywhere I turn, I see new, abominable product of heresy. Lancetta's poems, grotesque paintings, works of fiction, trivializing the tales of our holy texts and confusing the common folks of Chola Mandala. I must put a stop to all this degeneracy. Oh dear. Again, I'm about to be old soon. All activities must be overseen by the righteous. So all that gold is going to be away. Inquisitorial raids is what's going to happen. Reinforcement rate is going to be lowered, and so will the culture technology spread. In other words, time of tolerance is over. We have to halt our construction for the time being as we get some more money. Acts of the Buddha. Even though I'm not Buddhist myself, but the Acts of the Buddha is a Sanskrit epic poem on the life of Gautama Buddha by Asvaghosha. The style is rich in poetic descriptions similar to the epic poems of classical India. A lot of learning books here. I wish that disease wasn't here so I can go out and maybe, hopefully, find somebody at the bounty hunt to get some free money. After many months studying the campaigns of Ashoka the Great, I gained some fascinating insights and acquired new wisdom in military matters. I realized that the art of war might be well worth studying. I shall be the master of strategy. Yeah, all these children, when this bloodline is formed, everybody's gonna get it. We got a big pile of money from out of nowhere. Resume the construction. Huh. Oh, this isn't good. Now we're starting to lose food stocks here. There's no depopulation here in Cholamandalam. But every time when there's a disease about, it always halts our progress and the economy goes down. Tough times are ahead for us all. But do not worry, I'm healthy, I'm brawny and all that. That can't kill me. So come on, we got a bloodline to form. As I turn gray, as you can see here. Better eat rats. While my training has greatly improved my physical prowess and my skills in combat, it had not a positive effect on my looks. My skin has grown rough and blemished by countless amounts of old bruises and small scars. So what? Looks do not matter. I never asked myself to be a good-looking man. Most of that sex appeal comes from being a renowned duelist. Oh boy, do I have to be this guy? Combat skill. People may hate me for this, but it's good for the combat. Looks like meat's back on the menu. Yep, the founder of the Bloodline is also a crazy cannibal. But he did that so he can be a great warrior to make up for his old age. No, I need you. You're a good commander. You have the siege. Can't take me. Still have more children? Fine. Get rid of them. Not to mention... Well, wait a minute! That little girl's a kinslayer? Who did she kill? Chola. Oh my god! Oh my Brahma, or pick whatever deity you worship. She killed her father by burning him at the stake for heresy or whatever reason. Huh. Never seen that before. I like how Takashi, or Takashi, whatever the pronunciation is, he avoided that disease. When did this begin? Oh, this is long overdue. It should have ended by now. Nothing lasts forever, you know. Father killer, daddy killer. Well, she's one for intrigue, so it makes sense now. Again? Okay. I'm giving you a second chance. If you eat all that food stocks one more time, I'm gonna eat you. Still ongoing for that claim. That's it, 3 strikes. I'm gonna eat you. Fill up a better thick house. Times are wasting. Attractive but sickly. Hey guys, we don't have a court position. Quick! Well, he respects me because, well, he's a homosexual. And master seducer. Oh, that's doubly the reason why he likes me. In addition of my being a renowned duelist and champion. Your first child, right? Genius! See? What did I tell you? God damn it! Let it go for now. We're trying to raise up money because disease really ruins everything. Okay. I'm ready for a duel. I'm the champion is ready to fight again. Who wants to fight me? I may be old, but I can still kick your ass. Because I'm a cannibal now. To further improve my skill. Yep, I'm in shape again, ready to fight. And also we got a bloodline to form. Hopefully it's not too late. You know, honestly, a brilliant strategist, formidable fighter, that's +1. And brawny, that's +2 combined. I might live to my 60s. The Sword of Brahma. Maharaja Irâcâtirâca has become notorious for his staunch approach towards religion all throughout the Chola kingdom. At the head of an endless host of inquisitors and overseers, he has slowly replaced all the most peaceful members of the clergy within his realm with uncompromising fanatics. With their help, he has taken upon himself a holy task of cleansing all heretical inclinations from his subjects. Our lands must be purified. As I bang my... So, now, no longer I'm the cruel, I'm the zealot. That's the reason why I'm so cool, because I love Hinduism more than anything else. Here it is. Yeah, he has become infamous for his intolerance of heretical thought and his promotion to the most extreme form of Hindu zealotry. Gee, many Christmas. And I was about to say, what is he, a Hindu nationalist? I mean, there is a difference between Indian and Hindu nationalists, but clearly he's going to be the man and his descendants to try to restore Hinduism back to its former glory, especially in future wars with the Muslims. Let's say Western Protectorate. You pay tribute to them. So, yeah, just to reiterate, that's more monthly karma. Temple vassals, all the pujaris will like it. Court chaplains convert counties faster, and can call religious liberation wars. So, for example, if I wanted to fight, like, say, well, anywhere nearby, in this area, this has a Hindu majority, but if it was ruled by some other... I mean, they're all Hindus. This one isn't, but we have a non-aggression with them. This one's Hindu. And we're not bordered with them. Oh yeah, we can claim for that territory now. So the bloodline's complete, but now now our descendants are just going to be known for this founder who was a Hindu zealot. Not quite. Because if I wanted to become Jain, then I have to find myself a Jain concubine in order to secretly convert and whatnot. I'm not ready to go away. We're still trying to form the Deccan Empire. It's another priority. I don't think it'll happen in this slide. Come on, any takers? I'm ready. Boy, we're back to this again. Syphilis, even though you're a virgin, unless you have any lovers. Huh. A Han scholar by the name of Lin Jishan, requesting an audience, claims to be a renowned teacher and is willing to impart his knowledge to one of my children. As in, you're teaching her? Bring him over to secluded dinner. Now I eat him. Gosh. A religious Hindu zealot who eats people. The only flaw about that is just it lowers the technology spread rate to other counties. Mind you, the majority here is still Jan. Our friend is passed, but I can wish to make friends with him or something. But rejected my friendship. Fortunate. And hurry up and finish your war. We'll raise a little bit of that money. It will take over all of Lanka. Oh boy. You're going after that area. Wait till we raise a little bit of money. $200. So you know what? Stop the training. Just stop. Maybe someone will step up. Challenge me. Don't be afraid. So you better hurry up and press those both claims before, you know, I expire. I expire, huh. Soon, Sri Lanka will be ours. Just another step to forming the Deccan Empire. That was easy. Finally, a taker. Good, 7 out of 10. Got him. Something has broken out over there. Yeah, they're gonna be going over there now. And we're gonna storm them. And I will be there too. Once this war is over, resume the construction. It's all mine. Give it to the boy. But kingdom is mine. Since I'm the creator of that kingdom, magnetic primogeniture. What do all the vassals think of me now? Tell you what. Oh yeah, I don't have the money for that if I wish to please all of you. If you want to be on the council, I'll make you chancellor now that that's out of the way. But I don't know, he wouldn't be happy about it. Oh, I got one for you. Here you go, nephew. I could send him a lot of money. And I can give him a title. Telangana Primogeniture. There we go. Now that's a great accomplishment. The realm will never be split. Individable. 65% of the digital parts of Deccan Empire is now under our control. Never thought I would live long enough to prove it, so. Oh, you're expanding too. Very well. Also, resume the construction. 8 out of 10, so defeat 2 more and I will be the grand champion. Oh, what is this? You got lucky there. Defeat 1 more. Just 1 more. So yeah, they all hated me when I was younger, but now they all begin to understand. I mean, I could have easily plucked out all the Jains out of the realm, but at least I made you convert to Hinduism. Unless you did that yourself. Or depending on who raised you. This one's also going to go Hindu. But there's a new society now for those who wish to be, you know, zealous fighters, such as the followers of Arjuna here. Oh boy, here we go again. Started in Madurai. Disease resistance is 35%. It'll still come in here. Just when I was getting ready to fight one more fight and become the grand champion, but doesn't look like it. It hasn't spread to here yet. So come on, hurry up, challenge me. Who wants to fight me? I trained nearly my entire life for this. All the hard work and dedication. You. The last guy. Got him. Yeah, I'm applauding. Many foes have attempt to reach my rightful place, but times and times again I repelled all pretenders. But now no one can doubt my might and skill. The title of Grand Champion is yours and yours only, and all shall remember your glorious exploits for the ages to come. Yeah, I was called the Cruel, they call me the Zealot, but I would like to be known as the Champion. The title is forever mine. So now I have Champion blood. Everyone knows the exploits of Maharaja Irâcâtirâca, the Champion, the undefeated Grand Champion of the Wheel of Life and Death. Yeah, more morale damage, ups the sex appeal a little, and have the personal combat skill, and can ignore most of the Fighter's Guild joining requirements. Which means anyone can join, even if you are badly skilled or not. The first of the all-time greats, right here. Not to mention, we prevented the realm from splitting, so... one would think, yeah, I've done it. I mean, there's no reason for me to do any more of that Fighter's Guild stuff. I could just easily could become Jane right now and groom him to be, you know, the next Maharaja. But remember, he has that part now. And of course, if I were to become a Jane right now, that would mean I would lose access to building that construction, that second stage. So just wait for it, okay? Just in case. Not there any Janes around here? There's one. Just to have her around. Because you can see, I can secretly convert and become Jane very easily. Because I don't want my dumb son to be the next Maharaja. No. Let the next one be born strong. We got another county for us. War's endless. You're subjugating them? But you're not winning. If you could subjugate them and grab the rest of Karnata, that would be excellent. Guess the measles ain't coming here. Oh, why am I even thinking about that? Why am I even thinking about that? I just thought of something in my head, but I'll just keep it shut for until the next episode. Just shut up now. Oh, that's why. Kaga. A bit of a revolt, but that can't be stopped. Lose a brave trait. city arrest. Yes. You want to make the Maharaja Pala to pay tribute, tributary state and whatnot. We got money. Let's go. Again, I feel that done it all with this character now. Just wait until he turns 12 later this May, and then I will turn Jan and I will designate him heir. The Madrasa of Fez. The Muslim ruler of Fez has instituted a center of learning modeled on the House of Wisdom in Baghdad. This will be the great attractor to the scholars in that part of the world. Let's see where this goes. Where he's from. Really done well for themselves. I could create my own empire, but I would prefer uniting the entire Deccan if I wanted it to. As I said to myself, why am I even thinking about that? I can finally talk in private. Oh. A couple of days in the dungeon will do it good. Plenty of business filled me with purpose, just keeping the vassals in mind. Man, time has flown so by fast in this series. In which I'm actually going to cut this short, because I want to start, the next episode, well, after this duel, which I'll most definitely defeat him. There you have it. So we'll stop at May. 22nd of May. Actually, just stop at 22nd or so of May. Okay. You're going to be the next ruler, sooner or later. And I will be the one to teach you. It's kind of too late to make you a scar because, well, I forgot. But don't worry, you don't need to be a scar as you are already born strong. There's other purposes you will serve in life, as you are a descendant of this man who founded 2 bloodlines in 2 different years. So, one thing's for certain on the next episode. Whenever that war finally ends, whether it's white peace or not, I will convert to Jainism, but just based on those traits I have, there's just no way in hell I can abdicate if I were to go for get a monastic society stuff, and I will probably remain on the wheel of life and death, just continue to face all the commoners and all these guys. But it's just a political move, not something that I would screw over Hinduism, despite the fact that I'm devoted to Hinduism. It's just now it's my descendants from then on. They will be the legacy, not I. Because I believe Vijayaditya will be the one to unite the entire Deccan in some way. We already got all of Lanka, Telangana, and half of Maharashtra. Half to be exact. Just want to be correct. No. But just assume, yeah, that's half is what we got. Yeah, once we have the empire formed, and then we could finally move into the rest of India and drive the Muslims somehow, some way. Because the Chinese are still expansionists, and as long as they're expansionists, then we can't implement an invasion on them which would finally destroy their empire. One would think that we have to do it ourselves. We'll be doing it ourselves in the next episode of Chola. Till then, so long for now.